In the early morning hours, the enemy vanguard arrived at Koklovka. A successful ambush managed to halt their progress, but the situation was desperate. Our men had taken terrible losses. Ammunition was running out in almost every unit. Only our tanks still held us in the fight. Their firepower and maneuverability, coupled with the bravery of their crews, allowed us to keep the village for just a little longer. But we knew that ultimately we wouldn't be able to hold it. Our tanks were also running out of ammunition, out of fuel. Their numbers were dwindling. We lost one tank after another. We knew that we were holding on to buy time so that other units could escape this onslaught. But how far can determination and bravery get you when you are out of bullets? We were about to find out. Our men armed themselves with the weapons of the fallen enemies, prepared to defend every single house of this little town. And then, the enemy main force arrived. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our Typhoon Rising campaign in Graviteam Tactics Mius-Front. This campaign is a nail-biter. It really is. If we just recap the historical situation as it was at 10 o'clock on the 1st of October 1941, basically the Soviets had already retreated out of this area or were still trying to do so, while over here somewhere off to the side the Germans were already trying to cut off the Soviets and shooting at the retreating column. We are much more successful than that. We are still holding all of the important ground. And we have 2 turns left. Well, 3 really. But okay. Can we hold on for this time? The question is, can I still win this campaign? There is something weird that happened. I think that the Allies' force strength was closer to 70%. But now it is at 74%. I'm not quite sure if that is really the case or if I am imagining things. But it might be because we have some AI reinforcements entering the battlefield in 3 turns. What these guys will be able to achieve, I don't know. But maybe they are counting towards the total number of allied troops and so we are maybe saved? However, I still need to keep my own force strength over 50% and I need to keep the allies' force strength over 70%. Those are 2 primary objectives that I need to achieve. I think the best thing that I can do is really put myself between the enemy and the AI, so that they don't take any more losses. There's another problem though. If the enemy captures Zholkovshchina down here, I will lose some points because I won't be holding all the key points anymore and the AI will be in control of some of the key points. So that will cost me some points. I'm not quite sure how many exactly, but I'm debating whether I should send this infantry unit here up to Zholkovshchina to hold that little village. But I'm really not sure. On their own, I mean this group, if we look at them, they too are pretty beat up. They are at half strength basically. Yeah, they all of them are by now armed with captured weapons. So it is very debatable how useful they can be at this point. I think if I send them into Zholkovshchina on their own, they will just get encircled and slaughtered. So I'm not doing that for now. I'm bringing them up north to hold this key point here. And I'm trying to focus my units up here at Koklovka, because here we have 2 very valuable key points and a smaller one. So this area is very important and we just have to hold it. We have to hold on to Koklovka. I suspect that the AI will try to prevent this. They will continue to push up this road. I'm pretty certain of that. So, what will happen once I hit next turn? Let's find out together. They're attacking. Okay. Oops, didn't want to do that. Okay, they are attacking up here. They're still not advancing on Jovkashina. They're throwing all remaining forces towards the north to capture a foothold in Koklovka. That's the only explanation for what the AI is doing. I don't think they have enough men at this point to really try to push the south and the north simultaneously. I think we have beaten them up quite well. Maybe I should send an infantry unit down here to Chelovanoye to make sure that they don't capture this key point in the last remaining turns. We should be able to entrench here nicely. But for now, this is the battle that we have to fight. We have our T-34 tanks with us. Well, those that are still intact to some degree. And we have 2 infantry units. That is good. I think this unit is the one with the heavy machine guns. No, it's the one with the Maxims, okay. And you guys, you are just infantry basically. But we also have recon here. Full recon group. These guys will be invaluable in this fight. So, I can see that the enemy is bringing in an artillery battery. This will be a tough fight. Let's go to the battlefield. The battlefield has been prepared. Here we are in Koklovka. The enemy is most likely going to come up this road here, and maybe they are once again gonna try to come down this road. I will try the same thing that I tried last time. I have my scouts placed here in an ambush position, and if the enemy should come across this road, or along this road, then I will once again ambush them. This position is just too good not to use it. Let's finish the deployment. Start the battle immediately. Oh, arrival of airplanes. Oh, that's good. So we will receive some air support. Yeah, okay. My men are here dispersed, waiting for possible enemies. So if the enemy should come up this road, we will once again ambush them, but this time it will be more of a hit and run affair. I don't want this scout unit to get blasted by artillery too. I do have 3 T-34 tanks standing by here to give this ambush some oomph. And by the way, have a look at this. Have a look at this here. Look at the carnage from the previous battle. These are the Germans that died in the previous ambush. Here is the T-34 that was destroyed by the artillery here in this position. Really awesome to see. I don't know if I mentioned this in this series already, but Graviteam Tactics has this amazing feature where basically damage done during battles will remain on the battlefield and will be visible in future battles. Here, for example, we have the other tank that we lost in the previous battle. They are all here. And something is exploding over here. Okay. That sounds like incoming mortar fire. Okay, dispersed random mortar fire onto the town. That's fine. Yeah. They're shelling the town. Okay, that's not a mortar. That's big guns. Okay. Those are mortar shells. Then over there, there's a lot of shelling. That's really not good. And this unit decided that it would like to start engaging somebody, but I don't want that. Please hold your fire. We can see enemies out in the open for just a brief moment. That could be an artillery observer, actually. He's running across the field towards the cemetery. I decided not to occupy the cemetery and the house over here. I don't think these positions are very defensible. And over on the left flank we now have enemy units approaching down this road. So it is indeed happening. We will be able to ambush somebody. As I said, this position is just too good not to use it. It is a reverse slope position, so the enemy will only see us when they are already quite close. And to top it off, we can easily fall back down the slope and then use this road to fall back into the town really fast. So that's absolutely excellent. More movement towards the cemetery in the middle. Okay, that's a full... That looks like a bunch of officers. Okay, I'll remember those. They're going towards the cemetery. That might be of interest later on for a counterattack. Over here, we should get prepared to ambush these guys. They are coming closer. Yeah, the fascists are coming. It is once again... It looks like a cable unit. Yeah, it is a cable unit. This guy has a cable drum on his back. Okay, so they are trying to do what? You know what? It doesn't matter. Some shots going out towards the town. My man can see everybody who is marked in white here. So this indicates that they can be seen by these men. And they still don't have a clue. They don't have a clue at all. A machine gun from the town is engaging. Yeah, I did order everybody to hold fire, but they were shot at by these guys and decided to return fire. Everybody, you're free to fire. Did I order it? No, I didn't. Guys, engage. Okay, they will mow down a lot of these guys. These scouts, they are well armed. They still have a lot of ammunition. Their units are basically fresh. So they will be able to offer some resistance. Then I will bring in the T-34 tanks to suppress the enemy really well. And then I'll pull the scouts back. I'm thinking about shifting these scouts to the right side and have them counterattack towards the cemetery. Okay, enemy machine guns are starting to engage. Enemy guns have been spotted left. I gotta have a look at those. What can I see? I'm not sure, but it looks big. Oh, these... Uh-oh. No, these are once again these huge siege guns. Change of plan. T-34s. There's a target for you guys. Go fast. You will attack those guns. The scouts have to hold for a moment. Or can I pull them back? I should try to pull them back. This guy. Yeah, I'll pull them back into this ditch and they can follow the ditch back to the town. Fall back. And the last unit. these guns are a problem. It won't take long until they start to shoot at these guys. I have to get them out of here. Otherwise they will get slaughtered. Yeah, my guys are throwing smoke and pulling back. Just what I want. Pull back. Tanks are rolling out. I'll use them to shoot up those guns, maybe even at a distance from here. That could work. They are big targets. And then I will pull the tanks back along this road into the town, and we will set up for a counterattack towards the cemetery on the right side. Although it looks like the officers that were there are trying to pull back. That's interesting. Maybe we should discourage that with one of my tanks. Let's see. Do you have eyes on those guys? No, you don't. I do have 2 tanks in reserve here in the village. I will use one of them. Drive it up to... Oh, I would have to drive it up quite far actually to see those guys and engage them. No, we are not doing that. Forget that plan. Scouts are pulling out. Tanks are opening fire, although I did not give the orders. There's a lot of enemy infantry on the left flank. Oh, there are a lot more enemies than I expected there would be. Okay, in that case, tanks, you are not allowed to shoot at infantry. I want you to focus on these guns. If you have to fire, fire at them. And only then can you fire at the infantry. Scouts are still pulling back. I hope I get them out intact. Over here the Maxim gun is engaging the enemies out in the field. I seem to have lost a truck. Did I really park it up here? I didn't think I'd parked trucks up here. Okay, I can be wrong, of course. Okay, tanks, you have to attack now. Something is trying to shoot at you, but I hope that you can spot and eliminate those guns before it becomes a problem. Then I will pull you back. That's a lot of infantry actually. Oh yeah, we have big rounds incoming. Yeah, the guns back there are shooting at the tanks. However, as we have established previously, these things are notoriously inaccurate, especially when they come under fire. So we can expect our tanks to be effective. It's a whole battery back there. Oh my god. Please eliminate them. There might be anti-tank guns in there too. Yeah, I see smaller guns moving in the distance. They have anti-tank guns as well. That was a direct hit on one really big gun back there. We are hurting them. And these tanks, these 3 tanks, they have ammunition. Look at the action of the enemy infantry here on the left flank. They smoked off their approach so that the tanks can't target them. That's really good. Really smart of them. Artillery is laying down smoke in front of the town. Apparently to shield those guys at the cemetery. The enemy is making good use of smoke here, and there are a lot of enemies. I saw a muzzle flash over there in the distance. On that hillside. Can I confirm that? Okay, you know what? At the moment my tanks can't seem to see the enemies. So drive backwards a bit. It's important that you stay moving. Scouts have disengaged. Now I need to get them back into the town before this infantry arrives on top of them. So let's try to accomplish that. These guys... I need more command points, come on. Which one of you still has the order? This guy, okay. Take that off. Now, you guys, I want you to basically move covertly to here, and then you will go up into the village. Covertly, single file, but do move fast, you need to get out of there. And then afterwards, I want you to move over to here. There you can stand by for the moment. It will take some time until you arrive anyway. Okay, so I did hit some enemy guns, and I have caused the enemy some issues. How important are these guns for them for attacking this town? Are they in a position where they can even aim at it? Let's observe. Yes, they absolutely are. They can smash this side of the town to pieces if I let them. So the tank attack here is important, actually. But right now, with my scouts pulling back, I'm leaving the tanks exposed. And I don't want that, so I think I'm pulling the tanks back completely. All three tanks. You two didn't get the memo? Yes, you did. Move back. I'll move them down here into the cover. And then I'll have them fast move up the road into the town. Yeah, they are now receiving a lot of fire here. It's time to break contact. That was a hit onto the tank, it glanced off however. Yeah, I need to pull these guys out before they get disabled. I wouldn't mind if you could shoot back at that gun. Could be beneficial, you know? Nah, the enemy shelling is too great right now. We are not in a good position and I do not want to risk these tanks. So, keep reversing. Reverse into the undergrowth here. They are trying to hit the tanks. But we are breaking contact quite nicely. This is working well. And the enemy is expanding ammunition. So that too is good. I lost some units. Those must be the trucks. Yeah, okay. Never mind those. I don't care about those trucks at all. I have enough of them. Reverse one more time, please. then you will be really out of sight. And I can start to move you up the road. I will receive airplanes at some point. It will take some time until they arrive. ETA 35 minutes, so it might be at the half-hour mark when the planes arrive. And let's just hope that the planes smash the battery back there to pieces. Come on, keep reversing, please. Don't stand there, they're still targeting you. Yeah, keep throwing smoke and keep reversing. I'm quite sure that the enemy has anti-tank guns back there. Yeah, I see smaller guns moving in the background. I see a mortar shooting back there. We did hurt them a bit. I think we took out at least one of the big guns. But at this point I'm content to wait for the airplanes to arrive before we smash the enemies. This tank might... I don't know how, but he might be able to engage that gun over there. No, not really. Okay, now that you are here, I want you guys to fast move towards the crossroads here. Move on the road and just go. Just go before they manage to disable you with a lucky hit. This unit here is still pulling back. You're a bit slow, guys. Come on. Hurry up, you're losing the rest. I don't want to be left behind here with the enemy infantry that is surely coming in through these bushes. Pull back a bit faster, will you? Okay, that was a good ambush. We hit the enemy hard, killed a lot of them, I think. A decent number. We managed to disengage our infantry and pull them back. Well, it's not complete yet, but I think we'll manage. And our tanks have advanced, hit an enemy battery hard, and are now pulling back as well. Although it's not easy. And they are still at danger if they don't move. Okay, they are moving. Don't stop. I don't know why he's stopping. Oh, it's good that we moved out. This is off-map artillery, I believe, hitting this position hard. You are not disabled. Your fuel tank is damaged. But you still have fuel. Get out of here, please. What else is damaged? Just a fuel tank. Yeah, you're losing fuel. You have to get back into the town fast, my boy. You're losing fuel at an alarming rate. No, that's the wrong way. I will detach you. You will go just as fast as possible, really. Into the town. As long as you still have fuel. A lucky hit has pierced your fuel tank. That's bad. That's really unlucky. Let's get him as close to the town as possible, but I don't know if he'll make it. I don't think he will. I think he's getting stuck out here somewhere. Fuel is getting critically low. This tank, pull off the road, let him pass. He's not getting to the town. He's at 5% fuel. Oh, I fear you are staying here. Yeah, okay. You are not getting to the town. Orient this way. I will reverse you down into these bushes. And this is... you will basically have to stay here. This guy... reverse. As long as you still have a drop of fuel. No, that's it. He's staying here. You are free to engage anything at this point. Damn it. This is bad. At least you are out of line of sight of the enemy guns. And you might be in a position to at least hurt the enemy infantry. I might set up this tank to cover you. Yes. Let's try. Where do you think you are going? I told you to advance down the road. No, that's a bad idea to go out into the open field. That would be a terrible idea. You're still being shot at, by the way. Okay, let's try this again. Stay on the road, please. Thank you very much. Here we have still a scout near the tank, trying to pull back. His unit is forming up here behind the town. And we now have enemies approaching the edge of the town here, which means these guys are now free to engage. Give him hell. And on top of that, this tank here is free to engage as well. He might spot some enemies occasionally. Same with you, really. You are free to engage. And everybody else can stand by for the moment. Do I bring tanks up this road for a little counterattack to push these guys? Or do I bring in one of the machine guns that I have? Where are they? Here and here. I could move them up into a position where they might get shots down this road at the advancing enemies. But it's just a small force that is advancing here right now. And while I did allow these guys to open fire, I actually don't want them to fire at the guys out in the field. That is wasteful. So let's set up a firing sector. Like so. They will just target everything within this area. You, I want you to turn that way. You are free to engage infantry. And your main task is to cover this tank here. Just make sure that nobody sneaks up on him. That's your main task. I don't want you to spend too much ammunition either, so I will set you up like this. One tank has made it back into the town. This tank, it does say that you are immobilized. Lights and chassis, you might still be able to move though. Let's see if I can move you forward. Ah, he's now engaging these guys with his machine gun. That's good. I wouldn't mind a high explosive shell into this group. They are in a terrible position. Nicely pinned though. Okay, I think I will bring up a tank, and that tank will position itself up here in between the houses. Oh yeah, that's good, give him hell. The tank will position itself in between these houses and just block off this whole area. He won't be able to be fired at from the flanks. So he will be quite protected. You tank, drive up the road to here. Your ammunition is a bit on the low side, so I will order you to conserve ammunition. But you will be free to shoot. This tank might be out of fuel, but he has more than enough ammunition and he's giving the enemy hell. We have a whole... maybe a whole company of infantry out here in the field that is currently not attacking the town. They are very much preoccupied with staying alive. So that's good. Well, did they hit you that they punctured your fuel tank? Must have been the tank that I looked at that got a glancing blow on the side. That can of course be enough to rupture a fuel tank. Absolutely. Well, at least he can't catch on fire because of a fuel leak anymore. The fuel is gone. This truck. Let's try to get it back to the town. This truck, yes. One guy, that's the driver, so he had abandoned his truck earlier and is now returning to it. I don't think that's a good idea, mate. Enemy infantry is trying to move on the flank here. Might be beneficial to bring the Maxim machine gun over to this position here, from where it can engage them if they should come down this way. Maxim, I want you to come over here. There's a lot of enemy infantry now pushing the tanks. Not good. We spotted the gun out there in the open. That looks fairly big. Must be one of those siege guns, maybe. It is very blocky though. That might be something else. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, hell no. I know what that is. Tanks, stop right there. That over there, I believe, is an 88. Reverse a bit. Get these houses in between you and that monster. Here's good. That's a good position. That, I believe, was an 88. The very blocky shape is because of the huge gun shield that protects the crew from small arms fire. But I think I'm correct when I say that that was an 88. And the 88mm gun, it is a flak gun. Originally, it is designed as such. But it was terribly effective against tanks. It could be lowered to fire basically horizontally. And it had a devastating effect on tanks if loaded with armor-piercing ammunition. Maybe that thing hit the T-34 and pierced the fuel tank. It is a really long-range shot. I mean, if we take a measurement from this tank over to that thing, that would be about 1.5 kilometers. It would be the same from this position over here. But 1.5 kilometers is nothing for an 88. If it is indeed one. And I don't think I'm wrong. More off-map artillery dropping here. But my scouts are long gone. So... haha. Waste your ammunition. And over here we have enemy infantry massing in the field, but engaged by my tanks. And I do have the second machine gun unit By the way, what machine gun do you have? Okay, I brought the wrong guys over to the left flank. The Maxim is here, actually. And I believe you guys should be able to shoot at those guys, right? You do still have some ammunition. Maybe this truck is in the way. Or maybe I just need to bring you a bit forward. To here. Let's see if I can make you move a few meters into a position from where you can engage the enemies that are crossing the field. Okay, this machine gun unit is advancing. The driver got back to his truck, so let's try to get him out of there if possible. Don't think he will be able to get out. The enemy infantry is too close already. But who knows? He might get lucky. Actually, I'll tell him to move covertly. Will that help? Not really. I'll just tell him to move fast. If it helps, it helps. If not, well, tough luck. 2 tanks are standing by here. The enemy infantry is passing on the left side now. I can ignore it for now. These guys crossing over here, they can become dangerous because they're coming right at the tanks. I do hope that my tanks here can soften them up a bit. Maybe make them run away. Maxim is advancing a little bit, which is good. If they advance to a good position, they can cut off the enemies that are trying to advance there. My scouts are regrouping here in the town. I lost 3 men in that ambush attack, so that's really, really good. And here comes the airstrike. Oh, hell yes. Now it's getting funny. Where are the planes? I hear them. I don't know what I'm getting. I hope it's something good. They can literally save my bacon here. I just hope they don't hit the enemy trucks and then fly away. That would be that would be a huge waste. Let's hope these are Sturmovix. Sturmovix can mess up the enemy right now. A Sturmovix squadron can break down a whole attack. I hear them. Here they come. These do not look like Sturmovix. Oh. Well, it's better than nothing. Oh, crap. My dear friends, let me introduce you to the... Let me actually pause this. Let me introduce you to what I believe... No, that's not a PO2. What is this? Chaikas. This is a Chaika, right? They have bombs and rockets. Oh, a mixed loadout. They have 2 bombs and 2 rockets on board. I don't know if they have a machine gun as well. Yes, they do. They have 2 machine guns firing through the propeller. Okay. I feared for a moment that I'm getting PO2s. That would have been practically useless. But these things are actually good. Possibly. Well, let's not say good. Let's say decent. They are decent machines. Please don't hit the enemy trucks. Go for their guns. Go for the heavy units. Make room for my tanks. Just please don't go for these trucks. Please, I beg you. Yes, the direction is good. You're flying towards the 88. Which does sound weird. Oh, it's good. The plane is flying towards the 88. What can go wrong? No, but I don't think they can reload fuse shells at that short notice. So I think the planes get away with it. Ah, the attack is starting over here, I believe. Planes are coming in. Yeah, they're dropping bombs. Oh, that gun is gone. That gun is so gone. Okay, one gun knocked out. And they're continuing on. More explosions in the field. I think that's what... That was the position of the 88, I think. They will first make use of their bombs. Once they've expended their bombs, they will go for rockets and guns. More explosions over there. Glorious! A gun just fired here. I hope the planes saw that. And that they're going for it. This gun, they got smashed apart. Look at these craters here. Those were all bomb impacts. Completely smashed them to pieces. More detonations here in the field. Now they are strafing. This is fantastic. You guys, you by the way are free to open fire. Maxim gun. Ah yeah, you're shooting now. Good, good, good. We're giving the enemy hell right now. More explosions. Planes are dropping more bombs. Look at this guy flying in. What will he do? Does he have a bomb to drop? Oh yes, he has. And it is landing on an unlucky machine gunner. Goodbye. Oh, that was mean. But oh, so great. Yes, strafe them. I don't know if anybody has already used his rockets. I didn't see any. They are right now strafing the gun crews over here. Oh, look at this guy go. Finally some air support. I don't know what exactly they're strafing back here, but keep doing it. They are doing good work. That was an aggressive dive by that plane. Yeah, they are strafing some trucks. But it's fine, I think they're hitting a lot of other units along the way. Still didn't see any rockets being used. Ah, look at this. An enemy machine gun is trying to shoot back at the planes. Do you still have your rockets? Did you use them? I have to check this. Did they already make use of their rockets, or are they still attached? You fired yours. I didn't see it. That's a shame. You fired yours as well? That is a shame. I missed that. Gone are the rockets. And you, what about you? Are you already leaving the battlefield? Oh, please no. Although there's one airplane back here that seems to have been damaged and is now flying home. He still has a bomb that he didn't drop. So that is a shame. Of course, biplanes, they cannot take much punishment. So if they get hit with a few good bursts from a machine gun, they will be forced to retreat. Ah, these are coming back. Yes, do strafe the enemies. And I believe you too have already made use of your rockets. If you had any in the first place, but I'm pretty sure that I saw rockets on these things. Yeah, everything's gone. What will the damage plane do? Is it flying home? I believe it is. I don't think it will get involved again. Good job, guys. Good job. You really saved us here. Actually, let me capture this. This is a good picture opportunity. I'm sorry that I'm stopping from time to time, but look at this. I just have to take this as a screenshot. This is too good not to take it. That is... I believe that is for the thumbnail. That's great. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, we are now fighting at the entrance to the town. I'm debating whether I should move the scouts, now that they have collected themselves here, across the right flank towards the cemetery. Some enemies seem to be moving in that direction, so it could be a good idea to do just that. And I think the planes are finished. They have expended their ammunition, they will now fly back. They're out of here. Yeah, they are leaving the combat area right now. But that strike was awesome. I think a lot of enemies died here. Scouts. Your truck actually made it out of there. I can't believe it. Truck, move over here. And I'll move in a tank, maybe? Okay, you guys, you're all ordered to conserve your ammunition, but you're also allowed to shoot now. Kill those enemies. Tanks. Now, what do I do with you? Do I bring the scouts over with a few trucks? A lot of trucks have been abandoned by their drivers. They became a bit nervous because of the shelling. The infantry here, I can put them into trucks and maybe onto a few tanks. And I can have them drive up the right side. I think... How many men do I have here? 32 men. That should be 2 trucks and a tank. This truck is still intact. So please drive up here. This tank, you are... It says you are broken. Can you drive though? You might just be damaged. Let's see. You can. Okay, in that case you are coming with us. Or should I use a faster tank and leave you here in the town to help defend it? Don't want to use the command tank. Over here, this attack towards the edge of the town has been repulsed. No, not really. There's still enemies pouring in, even an officer. I'm curious to know if the heavy guns in the background all died. If they all died, then my tanks would be free to steamroll the enemy. But I want to secure the cemetery right now to get myself an advantageous position out here in the middle of the field. I think from here my scouts can observe quite a lot of ground. It will help me to find any more hidden threats to my tanks. So I should really use that opportunity. This tank, how are you looking on ammunition and fuel? Pretty alright. I will actually have you... You will stop shooting and you will drive back here. You will go with the scouts. machine gun unit here is starting to engage the enemy. Just as I wanted, although they are receiving fire. But with the help of these infantry units here, and maybe with the help of an additional tank that I bring onto the left side, they should be able to hold this. This tank. You are really good on ammunition. I want you to drive to here as fast as you can, and you will engage that infantry. It is just my impression right now, but I feel like the enemy units are very dispersed right now. We have some over here, some over there, but some over here, but there's no real concentrated push anymore, you know? I think the air assault and the defense with my tanks here has dispersed them. That means they don't have a strong focus anymore. They are not really pushing in one particular place. If I can defend well enough, I should be able to hold them off. I will have to keep an eye on the amount of ammunition that my men have. That's the thing that could break my back here. I might run out of ammunition. But we'll see. For now I have multiple trucks moving in here, ready to load up the scouts. And I have a tank moving to them. This tank so far did not attract any fire. I am a bit surprised by that, to be honest. Now, do I bring the command tank up to here? Yes, I think I do. Once this tank has passed, I will bring this tank up the road. Maxim, how are you doing? You lost 3 men. That is not good. And why are you not on a gun? No heavy weapons. Did you abandon it? Jesus Christ, guys. Why? Maybe too much incoming fire. At least this machine gun is still working. Although they too are losing men. Get into cover. The tank is taking over. Let's have the tank stop right there. He's in a really good position here. He can shut down all that enemy movement over there. Over here the transports are getting ready. My scouts, I think... yeah, they're rested, but I don't want to tire them out too much. They had to run already. Do quite a lot of work. I want to keep them rested as much as possible. That's why I will transport them to the right flank with vehicles. That tank is doing fine. Okay, command tank. It is risky to bring you over there, but... oh, you... do you see those guys shooting with machine guns? I would feel quite well if you could take them out. Unit destroyed. Who? How do what? How? Why? Oh man! Okay. An accident has happened and we have lost one of the trucks that were supposed to transport these guys. Bring in a new truck, please. Okay. Drive. No, don't leave the... why would you leave the truck? Who told you to leave the truck? Stay in the truck. Let's try it with another one. Bring the truck over to there. Will you please? Oh, the truck is moving. That's something. The tank tipped the truck. Well, it can happen. Oh wait, I still have 2 trucks here. Oh, this one has been reoccupied. Let's do it like this then. Okay, so the scouts, together with their truck, together with this truck, and this tank. Who is this? I don't know. I don't care. Get onto the vehicles. Hurry up. You're needed on this at the cemetery. Maybe the cemetery... I could also swing them even wider to the grove. And from the grove they might try to sneak into the enemy's rear and take over the bump. The bump is a great position, because from up here you can see everything. And by the way, look at that, I was right. I was completely right. They had 88mm guns. Look at these monsters. They were smashed by the planes, but these things could have taken out every single one of my tanks. It is good that they didn't have a good view on my little tank attack over here. Otherwise they would have absolutely decimated them. But that also tells me, well, and the large amount of enemies that we see here in this battle, that tells me that we are fighting fresh enemy units. That is good to know. It won't be easy to break them down. Okay, everybody's mounted up. Yes. Awesome. Okay, these 3 units. You guys. You will not fire right now. And I want you to move along the road up to this house. From here we will see what we'll do. We'll have everybody dismount, occupy the house, then spread out to the cemetery and maybe towards the grove. Oh, that's currently the plan. Drive. The tank will go in front. The trucks will follow. Just as it should be. Oh, I hear this tank is still alive. He has expended a lot of ammunition. And because this tank is covering him, no single enemy infantry soldier has dared to come close to try to take it out. Some have tried, but they were cut down. And now that I have this tank over here in position, we are in a good position to shoot at everybody. But please, tanks, I know you still have a lot of ammo, but maybe conserve it just a little bit? You are expending a lot of it. You are already ordered to conserve ammunition, so that's fine. You are almost out, so absolutely do conserve your ammunition that you still have. You over here, you have enough. Blast away. Right flank is looking clear for now. Enemy is attacking the southern end of the town. The enemy force has been hurt, but not beaten. Unfortunately, they will keep attacking this town. Will we be able to hold on? You will see that in the next episode. For now, today's video has been quite long already, and therefore I'll cut it here. I hope you have enjoyed this very awesome battle so far. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it, and if you're looking forward to the next episode where we continue this amazing fight. Until then, have some great days, and goodbye.